What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Friday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault, every single morning, literally every single morning. We are here with the Daily Juice podcast, always being brought to you by BetMGM. That offer $10 to win $150 on any event with the promo code JUICE150 when you sign up for a new account at BetMGM, betmgm.com, or the BetMGM app is available to you. So a 1-3 night last night. Memphis gets home in the fourth quarter for us against the Timberwolves. That's nice. They have now won 11 straight games. They have covered 8 straight games, and they play again tonight. I wonder where we're going. But the Warriors, yikes. Steph Curry, ouch. That's wrong. 0-2 on the first period overs. I will come back with one more of those. We're 3-3. I want to be either 3-4 or 4-3. Like, it's either win money on this or lose money on this. So we're 3-3 so far, picking these first period overs. We got 1-0 on both games last night and just couldn't get that second goal. Kind of a bummer. But so we'll have one more of those coming up here for us tonight. And I'll give you a NFL football play. We've been doing that. We had last 2 nights. I've given you one, and now one more coming again for one full unit. I told you we will have quite a bit committed. I don't know what I am doing from a player prop perspective. I mean, I told you already that, there are certain games I'm eyeballing. I'm kind of looking at what's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going to go just yet for the games on Saturday. Sunday, really not. I think there's some interesting opportunities to jump in, but I also don't want to get caught. So we got 2 games Saturday, 3 games Sunday, and 1 on Monday. Bills, Patriots. We already have that same game teaser, plus 10, under 50 for that game. Vegas and Cincinnati. We'll have more on that on the podcast tomorrow. I will be heavily involved in player props for that game. Might be the only way I play that game. I don't know if I'm getting involved. I like Cincinnati, but I feel like it's a huge live betting opportunity, and I really want to see the weather for Cincinnati as well, what that's going to look like. We know that Buffalo is going to be frigid. We don't know yet fully about Cincinnati, so we'll get to that. But Philadelphia, Tampa, San Fran, Dallas. We already took the +3 for San Francisco against Dallas. Pittsburgh and Kansas City. We'll look at that a little bit, and then Arizona and the Rams on Monday. Okay, so let's get right to it here for our picks. Let's start in basketball, and let's start with the Memphis Grizzlies. Tonight, they go on the road at home against the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, so this is just riding the streak. Okay, we've already won once. Could we lose again? Could we give it back? Yeah. Line's 3. Okay, at the time of taping, line 3. Memphis is 29-15 against the spread this year. They now have covered 8 consecutive games. They now have come in 9 out of the last 10. Last 5 in a row, obviously. They are 14-10 against the spread at home. Dallas is 12-10 against the spread. They're 21-20 this year. Better road record than home record for them. Back-to-back, I get it. Could be tough. This could be the game. The pros are waiting. They're waiting, but last time out against New York on the road, Dallas didn't look good. Dallas played against New York 2 nights ago, and they lost by 23 points. They were 2.5-point favorites, and they lost by 23 points. So maybe this isn't when the streak ends here. And they're not just covering. I mean, looking at these numbers for Memphis, it's wild. 3-point favorites win by 8. 2.5-point dogs win by 8. 3-point dogs win by 8. 2-point favorites win by 15. 13.5-point favorites win by 30. Catching 3.5 win by 4. Catching 6.5 win by 14. Laying 5.5 win by 13. I'm just going to go ahead and say, all right, young team, really hot, keep it going. Half a unit, Memphis, -3 at home against Dallas. Not going to overthink it. I think we'll probably get some good closing line value here on this. This number, I can't see this number closing at 3. But the pros want Dallas. They are betting against this streak. It will happen at some point. They will lose. They bet against it with Minnesota last night and lost. My guess is they're going to bet against Dallas, or bet on Dallas to snap it here tonight against Memphis. They're at home on a Friday night. Don't see it. Not going there. I'm taking Memphis -3 at home against the Dallas Mavericks. Other half a unit. Golden State is broken. Broken. until Draymond Green comes back, and I don't know when Draymond Green is coming back with this calf injury. He may play. If he does play, I might punt out of this bet, but probably not. I can't see him on the second night of a back-to-back. I mean, maybe, but he's got calf tightness, and even with him, they haven't looked good at all. Gary Payton Jr. came out of the game with lower back tightness against the Bucs. He will not be in this game. He's out, already ruled out for the game here tonight. Klay Thompson is out. He will not be available for the matchup. He's not playing back-to-backs here for a day of rest, and we know that James Wiseman's not playing here. So, I mean, there are some huge warning signs for the Golden State Warriors, and this number being 3, I'm actually kind of stunned that I get Chicago -3 here. Bulls are 23-16 against the spread here on the season. They are 13-7 at home, 5-5 over the last 10 for them. But last time out, a chance to kind of bounce back here. They got crushed by Brooklyn, just killed by Brooklyn. You know they're going to be pissed off about the way the fourth quarter went. They want to bounce back and play hard. Brooklyn, Golden State, big marquee teams, sellout crowds in Chicago, big crowds, and yikes. Last night for the Warriors, they lose by 19 points. That number did end up closing at a pick, if you can believe that. It was kind of surprising. Money came in on Golden State. We were on the over 4.5 made threes. Steph hit 2, was 2 for 9. Didn't play much of the second half because it was such an ugly blowout. Game was never really close. In the first quarter, Bucs were up by 20. They just killed them. Warriors look tired. Warriors look like they're running out of gas a little bit here. And they had, they're 30-11, okay? They're way above 500. They're way above their expectations. This team was penciled in at 47.5 wins, if you remember. So they're way, over there where they thought they're going to be. But this is a very difficult part of their schedule, difficult road trip that they're on. Memphis, loss. Milwaukee, loss. Chicago, loss. I'm laying the 3. Chicago -3 against Golden State for a half a unit. All right? Got one more play to give you guys, and I'm going to bet one more of these fun first period overs. And it's, look, I want to be either 3-4 or 4-3, okay? There's only a couple games here tonight, but there is a Colorado Avalanche game taking on the Arizona Coyotes, all right? This is a -165 bet at BetMGM for over 1.5. If you want to get squirrely and you want to bet this, okay, I could see 2 or even 3 goals being scored here on the road. The Coyotes are a bad hockey team, 20-14 to the first period over. Colorado is 20-19-5 to the first period over. And we've got offense, and we got a bad hockey team on the road. Over 1.5 goals is -165. Yes, but you can get 2 at +115 or 2.5 at +290-ish. Or is it, no, sorry, +190. Sorry, +190, not 290, +190. Don't mind that. Just say 3 goals in the first period. I could see it. Just to be safe, we're going over 1.5 goals, Arizona and Colorado tonight in the NHL for a half a unit. All right. I may have a player prop or 2. I may take the other half a unit and get involved. Don't know yet. We'll leave that out there just to see. Maybe there's a college basketball game that jumps off the page to me and says, okay, let's get involved with college basketball. Friday night college basketball normally isn't something that I like to bet because normally there's a gigantic Saturday spread with tons of games on Saturday. So normally Friday is like the Ivy League and some teams that you're not jumping. I mean, Michigan, Illinois is tomorrow night, so maybe I get involved with that. Maybe Nebraska at Purdue, and it's on FS1, so maybe you take on Purdue's going to win that game by like 1,000 points. So maybe take the over in that game to 20-point line for Purdue. I don't think it will be that close, so we'll see. So maybe that half unit will be in play, but for right now, we're taking Memphis -3, Chicago -3, over 1.5 with Colorado and Anaheim for Friday. For Saturday and Sunday, well, not Saturday, Sunday, let's talk about Tampa hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Have you guys seen what the weather forecast is yet for Tampa? All right, it is disgusting. 90 to 100% chance of rain. Wind gusts, sustained winds of 25 mile per hour, gusts as high as 35 miles per hour. This is thunderstorm. This is wild weather in Tampa with an air temperature of around 65 degrees, which is cold for Tampa, okay? That's winter, but that's not warm for Tampa. What do the Eagles have to do to win? They got to run the ball. What's really hard to do against this Tampa defense? Run the ball. And if the weather is in play, if the wind's in play, and Jalen Hurts cannot throw, they're just going to stock the line and say, go ahead and try to run on us, and you can't. They can't. But Tampa's got Mike Evans. They've got Brady. Weather, I don't know how they're going to throw the ball that well, and their running attack obviously is pretty banged up here with Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette both not being healthy. So what do? How do they score? Same game teaser. I'm taking the 8.5 down to 2.5. I'm taking the total from 44, and I'm putting it up to 50. Okay? This is going to be a really interesting game. And I can't wait to see how these teams, it's a 1 o'clock kick. So, I'm taking it up to 52, right? It was 46. Yeah, sorry, I'm taking it up to 52. I'm getting my games confused. So we're taking up to 52. Let me just double check on that while we're here. Just make sure that my numbers are correct that I'm giving you guys for this, but definitely is down from 8.5 to 2.5. That's for sure. And then we're taking a total 52. Yes, under 52 for Philadelphia and Tampa. This number was opened at 52. It's been steamed all the way down to 46, so I'm just going to put it back up. I'm just going to take it and say, all right, no. I saw you guys all play the under. Huge steam on the under because of the weather. I'm jumping down the under, but I'm going to tease it back up for those 6 points that it dropped down. Back up to the opener at 52, taking the under, and then taking Tampa down to 2.5, okay? And just say, Bucs win the game, all right? Win the game by a field goal, and we're good. This could be a really ugly, low-scoring 14-10 type of football game, and or maybe 14-3. I just don't know how Philadelphia scores if the weather is this bad against Tampa, and I don't think Tampa scores all that much. Definitely look at under on prop betting, by the way. Tom Brady passing yardage, Jalen Hurts passing yardage going on the under for those, but that's for coming up for Sunday. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on. All right, 1 unit on that, minus 120, same game teaser. Tampa minus 2.5, under 52 for Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time I got this committed to non-Wong teasers, I blew it and it was bad. So hopefully I'm not doing the same thing, but that's where we're going, okay? Tampa minus 2.5, under 52, 1 unit. Over 1.5 goals, Colorado and the Arizona Coyotes. Memphis minus 3 at home. And the Bulls minus 3 at home for a half a unit each. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Every morning, it's a Daily Juice podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.